Hello. So, whew. For those of you just logging in, Elisa and I are sitting here having a gazing meditation. Yeah, we call it, I came up with a gazing giggle meditation. And it was just a smiling meditation, but we ended up giggling and laughing and singing. No worries, that was fine. Some pretty strong energies coming through. And that seems to be true all around. So welcome back. It's good to be back at the center. At least for a little while. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I was hoping to do some classes online while I was away, and just a lot of things were going on. And when you let go of anything it's supposed to look, which I have been working a great deal on, as many people, I just said, you know what? Trust that the people that are doing their own practice are doing it, and if not, then there'll be opportunity for all of us to do it again together. And I did a lot of personal still QiGong, if you would, just really being still and allowing energies to flow through without having to do too much physical activity. Allow myself to rest, which is really, really an important thing we have to do. It's all good. Now I'm back in. Obviously it worked, because on the ride back into Asheville, my energy just shot right up a couple of days right before, actually. And I was just like, okay, now I'm on go for sure, so and things are moving beautifully and perfectly and wonderfully and fast, so it's great. And I know these next 2 weeks are going to be pretty intense for a lot of people. There's a lot of beautiful things going on. It is springtime, so as I keep adjusting this, but it's bugging me. But and I have a feeling that what is going on with so many people is intense, and yet there's this time to kind of literally come out of cocoons. Wintertime for a lot of us in the country don't live in warm environments. It's like spring, and that capacitates a lot of, moving and coming out and enjoying and, just shaking off our shells and some of our things. So it's so there's a lot of movement right now, I guess, and with that kind of traditional movement, dictated by the climate and our biology and physiology, and then everything that's going on a metaphysical level, it's overwhelming for a lot of folks. I'm seeing it overwhelming in a lot of ways, on a negative point, because people are still working through a whole lot of stuff, a lot of their anger and fear and resentment, and that's a very challenging place to be for anyone at any time. But right now it's as if everything is in a pressure boiler, and valves have to be released, and they've been under pressure for a long time, and the universe is saying, can't hold on to it anymore. We've got to move it. So things are happening, and it's kind of showing up with the pressure releases of the planet as well. With the earthquakes and the tsunami, and the resulting tsunamis and the volcano activity. There's a lot of pressure release going on right now. And for those who kind of went ahead of the curve and went through this process 4 years ago, really started walking away from the things that no longer serve them, relationships, partnerships, jobs, so on and so forth, careers, ideas, thoughts of what they were going to be or do. It's kind of like, we did it when it wasn't cool, and that's maybe not the word. It wasn't as popular. Well, it's kind of cool to be like, going through enlightenment, or 2012 and whatever it is. If you're in the conversation, it's like, it's like, oh yeah, you're getting it right. So, it's like back, even just 3 years ago, they're like, you're crazy. What are you talking about? Energies and emotional releases and letting go of old stuff. So it's picking up speed, and it's moving faster. And again, it goes back to all the ebb and flow. And right now it's just huge expansions, just really beautiful. Every day I'm hearing stories, which is wonderful, and positive stories from even some of the most unexpected sources of people. And sometimes it's just a phrase or a word. Sometimes it's just a comment. That people very close to me that I know, have been resistant to the concept of surrender and letting go, are actually surrendering and letting go. And and that's a huge smile and joy on my face, because I know how scary that is when you first do it, or the first few times you do it, because it's so foreign to us in terms of the way that we are taught and made to believe about what surrendering and letting go is. And people say, I don't know, I don't want to let go of my control. And I say, well, how is it working for you? I'm thinking that you've got everything in control right now. Are you in control of anything right now? And most people, that would be in a place where their lives are unraveling fast and everything is happening to them in very difficult and challenging fashions. The economy is affecting a lot of people in a lot of different ways. They'll say, no, it's like I can't control what the government's doing, they're screwing up, I can't control, keeping my job, they've laid me off, I can't control my husband leaving me, so on and so forth. So I say, so what control do you actually have? And the people's false ideas about control is that they think they control all of the elements around their life, and the only thing they can do is control how they react to them. And we have great expectations that if I do this, everybody else is going to do that. And when they don't do that, then I don't get this. Then the game becomes, everybody else has failed me. I can't make them do this. I can't make them make me keep my job. I can't make my partner stay if they don't want to, or whatever. And all of the power and all of that ownership, is put out there, and they're sitting back, and they're sitting back. And we talked about this at brunch today. You have to gain. You are in control of only one thing, and that's what it is that you do, and how it is that you feel and react to any given situation. And we have those standard patterns that we have been taught. They've been modeled for us many times. Pretty much early in life, we act to a lot of things like our parents did. Or completely the opposite, because we didn't like, even as kids, how our parents reacted to certain things. So we said, I'm never going to be like my father. I'm never going to be like my mother. And law of attraction ended up going, oh, well, you're going to be like that anyways, because you're so busy fighting what it is that you don't want to be that you end up being that anyways. Crazy, I know, but it's a simple of where do you put your energies, where do you put your emotions, where do you put your thoughts 99% of the time. Where the energy goes, where the mind goes, the energy, as we say in QiGong. Wayne Dyer and the Tao Te Ching says, change the way you look at things and watch the things you look at change. It's just a shift in your awareness, and that's what it's all about. And so it's amazing to see, and then like in dance church, in the 5 rhythms dance thing yesterday, to see individuals that I know personally and that have been doing this work for a while, and doing a whole lot of development work and personal consciousness work and spiritual work, and to see them go, wow, I just cracked another level, opened another egg, shifted to somewhere where I've never been before, and wow. And it just keeps getting better and better. There is no point of enlightenment that is finite. It is all there. I don't even like to use the word too much, just because it's another one of those words like God, which has a whole lot of meaning that is very semantic, and it's doesn't matter what it is. And really, it's being in the light, to be out of darkness. That's all. And when you have more light, you see. But the darkness serves as well. And so sometimes we go back into that to see what it is that might be hiding in in the spaces that we can shed more light upon so that we can gain the gift. And I believe so that we can go back out and help those who share that experience, that story. So it's very exciting, lots of stuff going on. It's springtime. Energies are flowing, lots of changes, people are transitioning. And what I am seeing the most of is the courage that people are finally, whether it's by choice or circumstance, which there's a fine line there in my opinion, it's happening. And it's going to continue, so it's exciting. Yes. So let's take a deep breath with that. And I invite you to hear the words that I have spoken and allow what resonates to fall upon your heart and mind, and allow what doesn't simply fall away. Let go and let in these beautiful energies of life that are coming down the planet. Some will argue, no way, Jose, it's all a bunch of malarkey. And I say, I honor you and your choice. But I know that the results of mine are proving otherwise. And it's exciting. And for those who are willing and seeking and showing up, and they will, and they do, and they come in waves. It's ebbs and flows and ebbs and flows. Eventually we'll be in one huge flow, and it'll go on for a long while. And then we'll see what ocean lies before us as that river reaches it. So, right? So if you're joining us for the first time, just follow along and turn up the volume. I'll try to speak loud. We'll have a little bit of music. So we'll work with the energies, the internal, external, and universal energies that are all within, around us, and clear some stuff out and do some beautiful things. And part of me just wants to sit here and go back to giggle gazing.
I do too, can we?
We'll set aside a class for that, for those for those one or two or three or whomever who are online, here to do QiGong. So go ahead and just clear the space, and let's go ahead and come up, Matt. And actually, Ella, if you want to pull your mat a little bit closer in, you can. Clear your blankets, pillows, anything that you've got in your space, immediate. About right. Now, and feet shoulder width apart. Relax the arms by the side. One day, I swear, I'm going to have a video guy and a microphone guy or a remote, and I won't have to deal with all this, so welcome to the early days. Our growth will be documented. Okay, so, shoulders relaxed, hands by the side. Holding on to positive, light, laughter, love, energy that was received in the meditation. Continuing to allow doors and windows to remain open while fresh spring breeze flows through and clears out even more cobwebs. Take a deep breath in. Breathing in towards the base of the spine, filling in. And as you exhale, slowly release, counting 3, 4, 5 seconds out. And inhale again, breathing in, relaxing the abdomen, allowing the air to fill in all into the lower areas, breathing down towards the tailbone. And as you exhale, pulling that belly button in towards the spine, squeezing like a standing tummy punch, expelling all the air out. And release again to repeat. Connecting with the breath for the first few. And as you inhale, breathing even deeper, slowing down. Allow the thoughts of your mind to begin to fall away with each out. Find a gaze forward. Look for a point. One of the things in QiGong, in a way for us to control what's going on with the thoughts in our minds, because when you're doing this, you're thinking. I can tell you're processing thought, because this is what we do. We look around, we think, we're visualizing the diagrams in our logical mind. And one of the things in QiGong is finding a focal point. And that's why closing your eyes is a good thing. However, the problem with that is that we tend to go off. We've seen that. Once the energy's hit, we tend to move outside of our bodies or be focused on simply the energy flow, and we forget that our bodies are here, and we really want to incorporate body, mind, and spirit in this process. So I want to encourage you now to take the next step in the QiGong, which is to focus with all of your attention in the mind on simply recognizing what is going on within the body. The mind is not technically a part of it, or a part of the body itself, but it is a facilitator. It is like the processing chip in the computer. It's an important integral part, but it's about that big in the computer. Maybe that. So the same thing, the purpose of this practice is to access the whole computer. All of the resources, all of the programs, everything that is involved. And we use the processing chip to do that. But the processing chip wants all of its attention on it. And we want to just utilize what it is. So in order to do that, aside from taking the intention of just simply focusing, imagine a point directly, and since I'm standing in front of you, you look for a point slightly above and over me, but you can still see me. And so for me, I would look basically about 6 inches over your right shoulder, and you can do the same. And find the spot and stare into it. And then just continue as if you're looking through that spot. Perhaps if it's a wall, you're looking all the way through the wall and seeing what's into the other room and beyond that, and so on and so forth. Imagine and never letting your gaze, just like eye gazing when you focus on that left eye of another person. So maybe imagine that. Now you can do that with me, certainly, but I will probably be kind of all over the place. It's easier to kind of do this, especially when there's a group of people in the room. So it's easy to find a spot on the wall. Now if you're outside doing this ever, basically find a tree, find a leaf, find a river, or if you're on the beach, look at the horizon. All of these things. I call this the 1,000,000-mile marker. Find that spot that's 1,000,000 miles away, metaphorically speaking, and focus on it. Now, your mind's going to be pretty occupied with just keeping that intention. To expand beyond that, allow yourself to feel your body. Because we can feel things without having our mind to be engaged. Our body can feel vibrations. And then when we feel it, just recognize it and allow it to flow. Don't analyze what it's going to. So I give that to you as the next step of your practice. And those for you online. That is an important step to take you to the next level. Alright? So take a deep breath, relax the hands. Gaze now, find that spot about 6 inches over my right shoulder or out in front of you, wherever you are. Relax, inhale deep. And relax the gaze. The gaze is not a hard focus, it is a soft, zen light. as if you are a mountain and the wind is blowing and you cannot be moved. Good. Inhale again, now deep into the base of the spine again. Just resuming our breath. With your mind focused and aware, see the color red at the base of your spine, and as you inhale, increase that color, raise that light. Knees are soft, feet are balanced. And as you exhale now, begin to see those roots, like the roots of the tree, begin to extend down, side, knee, inhale again, deep, focusing that gaze forward, softening the eyes. And exhale now, sending those roots down into the feet, into the neck. Into the floor and into the subfloor. Take a deep breath in again, slow. Lengthening that breath to about 7 or 8 counts now, so it sounds like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale slowly out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it again. Inhale. Even slower. And exhale out now, sending those roots more energy down the legs, knees, calves, and feet into now the earth towards the center of the crown. Continuing the breath now one more time. Inhale deep. Train the mind. And exhale out now, sending those roots and wrap them around the center, the heart, the moving, beating, life source of Mother. Just open up the roots. And as you inhale, allow that energy to rise up. Feeling it rise up through soil and rock, earth, into the floor, breathing it up into the feet, calves, knees, thighs, and into the base of the spine. And relax as you exhale, allow this energy to expand. Slow down the breathing. Controlling the chi. And really it's not even control, it is about intentional guiding it through your body. But you are part of all of it. And it very much wants to enter into these vessels, because so often it is not. We cut it off. So it can be overwhelming and it can feel great. But in your practice, to be able to somehow gauge the level of energy flow and not be overwhelmed, so that the mind can also be overwhelmed. So we have to work with the breath. The breath, it's called divine breath form, totally awesome QiGong. It is about controlling flow of breath, slowing it down. And relax. Bring your awareness now to your crown chakra. See it in your mind's eye. Relax the arms and hands. Not moving physically, just for a moment. Take a deep breath in and see the color white expand their crown. And as as you exhale, expand this energy like a beam of light through and towards the ceiling, turning up a dimmer switch on a flashlight. Slowing the breath now, and inhaling again deep, and exhale now, send that beam of light through the ceiling roof, and the roof, and into space. Out through the stratospheres of the planet. And see that star on the opposite edge. When you see it, smile. There is nothing that you can't handle. If you allow yourself to believe you can be overwhelmed, you shall. You are as much an essence of this energy as it is of you, so it's very natural to be believed. And allowing it to flow, but also working within the system of our breath. We work with it and not against it. There you go. Good. Bring your awareness now to the heart chakra. And as we bring in our breath, we'll just do this on 3 deep but slow. Putting awareness on the crown now and on the base of the spine at the root. Exhale out completely. Inhale, breathe in, and breathing up only to the sacral and down to the third eye. Rising the energy up one level and down. See the colors orange and purple. Inhale again, rise the energy into the solar plexus and down to the throat. Clearing out what needs to be cleared. And now with full awareness and attention on the heart, breathing in, see the color green expand. And as you exhale, go ahead and bring your hands together. Come to a palm to palm at the center, at the middle dantian. Good. Inhale out, expanding the energy. And as you exhale now, send all of that energy from the heart down shoulders, elbows, wrists, into the hands between. Moving it now. Inhale again. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Press on chi, begin to bounce the hands back and forth just slightly, soft, releasing any resistance. Staying focused in the way. Okay.
I feel like I'm going to start the breathing process in a second now. Before I need to sit down.
You need to sit down again. I'll continue on. Expand the energy out. And exhale, press. Go ahead and create your intention here. Take an opportunity to put a purpose into your practice. See it as a thought, ask it as a question, perhaps present it as a statement, a request. Take a deep breath in, breathing into those words, into the mind. And as you exhale, allow this energy to drop, just fall down. See the words fall into the heart space. And as you inhale again, breathing into the heart, giving those words acknowledgement. And feel what it feels like to be worthy of receiving what it is you're asking. Letting go of fear. Letting go of worry, distrust, and the need to feel like you have to know it. And take a deep breath into the heart, And as you exhale, extend that energy, release it down, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and into the space between the hands. And inhale, expand. Exhale, press. And again, inhale out. And exhale, press. And one more time, inhale out. And exhale, press. Separate the chi into two halves. Bring them down to the side. Palms are in towards the body, elbows are out. Turn the hands up, and we'll do a few sun salutations. Slowly inhale, rising this energy up towards the sky. And as you exhale, release and open. Chin and chest up towards the sky, releasing all in towards that shaft of light and out. Inhale, bring it back in. Reach above the crown of your head. And imagine grabbing that sun and pulling it down towards the forehead. And as you exhale, continue to flow, and now see that energy flowing through the hands and through each chakra level down towards the thigh. Flowing it down the roots, releasing and letting go, washing out, sending it into the earth, and wrap the good stuff around. Palms up, inhale, rise again. And exhale, release. Inhale, bring it in. Grab that sun, pull it down, and wash it through. Imagining those balls of light turning into shower heads, into sprayers, and clearing out and washing through the energetic points throughout the system. Wash it down and wrap it around. And again, inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, breathe in. Pull that energy down to the crown and continue now on the breath, washing this through physiological systems, washing it through bone and muscle. Just imagine it, visualize. See and feel this energy washing through cardiovascular, neurological. Flow it out and down and wrap it around. And one more time. Let's actually do it 2 more times. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Chin and chest to sky, open. Inhale, bring it in, gaze forward, chin level to floor. Continue with the exhale as you flow it down, and now wash it through muscle and bone, organs, heart, lungs, liver, spleen, stomach, intestines, upper and lower, reproductive organs. Wash it down, letting go, releasing. And one more time, inhale, rise. Two-thirds of the way, expand, open, make it your best one yet. Inhale, bring it back in, chin level with the floor. And exhale, pull it down. Wash it through and out, Pause at the tops of the thighs and point the fingers down and out towards the earth. And take a deep breath in, breathing down from the crown as you inhale, breathing in through the top of the forehead, and as you exhale, press now, sending all of this energy all the way down, washing out the roots, clearing out the spaces, cleaning out the pipes, any leftover residue, and also sending some beautiful light and love energy into the planet. Doing the right things. And release it, wrap it around, and come to the side. Back a little bit more. It's important to drink water while you're doing your practice. Most people don't realize how strenuous energy work and Qigong can be. Qi is energy, Gong is to move or to place or process things we want to. And doing this actually increases, you can feel it in your heart often, you can feel your heart rate increase as the energy flows. That's a very real physiological response, a biological response to it. And you can also know that because of that, your metabolism is increasing, and so you're burning a lot of calories. You're also doing a detoxification. For those of you who are familiar with what energy is, it's a lot of detoxing of emotional stuff. And just as we cry and things come out when we cry, there's a lot of other things that come out. So anyways, just drink lots of water so you can wash it through and wash it out of your system. During the practice is good. After the practice is essential. So I would think at least an 8 to 12 ounce glass immediately after, and be sure that it's alkaline when you can. So a little squeeze of lemon in there. Or if you come to the Sacred Embodiment Center, we have Kagan water. All right, so let's go ahead and move into the next. Take a deep breath. Relax. Feet planted, or if you're sitting, knees soft. Find that gaze forward again and inhale. And as you exhale, connecting with that energy at the base of the spine and the crown of the head, and pulling them in as you inhale, breathing up and down into the heart. Bring your hands back together to a palm to palm at the middle dantian. Go ahead and increase and build up some new qi. As you inhale, expand. As you exhale, press. And press on qi from the center, looking for the outer edges of that invisible rubber ball. Inhale again, expand. Breathing up and down from root and crown, and as you exhale, breathe it through the heart and down the arms into the space. We'll do it one more time. Inhale. Pulling on a rubber band or a piece of dough. And as you exhale, pressing all of that back into a ball. Balancing the hands, pressing on qi, looking and feeling for what feels like two opposite ends of that two magnets pushing together. And then when you feel it, when you begin to feel it, make the pressing, stop the bouncing, and just press like you're squeezing the ball. And notice what happens. Relax the shoulders. Take the hands and drop them down to the lower dantian. The lower dantian is right about the belt line between the first and the second chakra. The first chakra is at the base of the spine, behind the reproductive organs. The second one is right below the belly button. So right around the waist area. The hands right upon the palm. Open up those elbows. Fingers are wide. Good. Press on qi one more time. Let's go ahead and expand out. And exhale, press. Feet planted, knees soft, shoulders relaxed. Gaze forward or on me if you're looking at your. And push hands with me being your mirror. Inhale. Reaching back. And reaching as if you're grabbing something on a table behind you on the inhale. Exhale, pull that around. Just swing the arm forward. Palm open and directing towards the opposite palm, which is stationary in front. Good. Let's do it again. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale as you come around. Now seeing that energy streaming from right hand to left, or left hand to right, whichever one you started with. Inhale again. I'm just going to say outer and inner hands. How's that from here on out? So that way, wherever you are, we're all together. Pressing that energy now, feeling the outer edges of that ball, begin to twist at the waist into the direction opposite of that original outer hand. Coming 45 degrees over, release the energy and switch outer hand as you reach back. Inhale, exhale, pull it around. Sending this energy from outer hand to inner hand, building up the chi. Inhale, exhale, press and send. And one more time, inhale out. And exhale, press. Press on chi as you come 5 to 6 inches, elbows wide, palms together, and allow that energy of the outer hand press towards the inner as you cross over and switch sides. Release now again on the opposite side and inhale back. Exhale, press. Sending it over, streaming it into now the inner hand. Inhale out. And exhale. Release. And one more time, inhale back. And exhale, press. Connect when you feel the pressure of those two magnets pushing together. Begin to just twist at the waist and imagine that energy guiding you, pushing over, creating the opposite side. Release the energy now into the outer hand. And exhale, pull it back in. Building up even further. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time, inhale back. Exhale, streaming energy from outer to inner and press. And one more time on each side, inhale back. Exhale, bring it in. Once more, inhale back. Exhale, release. Pressing on chi from outside to in, crossing over the center, and one more on the opposite side, so each side gets equal attention and love, and thus balance. Inhale. Swing it around. Exhale, release. Inhale again. Exhale, pull it in. And one more. Inhale back. Exhale. Gather. And press slowly on the exhale as you come back to center. Square out the shoulders, relax them, drop the hands back down to the lower dantian if you rose up as I did slightly. No, it's hard in this angle. We'll work on that too. Open up those elbows and relax. Just breathe. Allowing the energy to just come to center. Push hands, which is that one. The first form was that we did with sun salutation. And I call it sun salutation with a full body rinse. So it's the opening up with gratitude and pulling that energy down and flowing it down into the earth. So it's a full flow of energy. This is a balancing energy of masculine and feminine energies, right to left, and pulling them into the center and becoming a more balanced being as best we can through that process. Good. Dropping those hands back down to the lower dantian, palms together. Press on chi, and let's just go ahead and just do one inhale out, exhale, press. Imagine holding a cup. Imagine you're holding a chalice. So fashion your hands around the rim of a large drinking object. And as you exhale completely, imagine the cup being filled. And as you inhale, rise, gaze forward now, and bring that cup up to the chin, right at the level of the lips. Turn it up to drink, and the cup opens up, squaring out the hands and looking out between the fingers. Imagine looking out a window. Point the palms now up towards the sky, and as you exhale, press. Rounding out the shoulders and just pointing the palms out, allow them to float down as you come to a T posture and bring the hands forward. Begin to inhale, bending at the elbows, gathering up like a bale of hay, coming in to the collarbone bone, just below the fifth chakra. Point the palms down and press as you send this energy down the front of your body, through the core, lower levels. Remember those roots. Send this energy down, spread it out. Roots don't only grow down, they grow out, as well as behind and around. And wrap it like a beautiful blanket back to the front, holding that cup once more. Good. Check your posture, knees soft, shoulders relaxed. Palms in, elbows out. Gaze forward. And let's do it again. Cup, the chalice. As you exhale, filling that cup of the cup of life. As you inhale, breathe it up and bring it to. Coming into the chin, turn it up to drink. Open up, the cup becomes a window. Pure potential. See what it is that you are seeking for your experience. As you exhale, release it as if sending it up into the great beyond, the universal knowledge, source, God, spirit, whatever you believe to be the higher power and carrier of all things. And as you exhale, begin to pull that energy and running the fingers down, beautiful golden dome, pointing the palms forward and inhale. Bring it in. And as you exhale, press from the throat all the way down. And flow it through, down, around, and back again. Good. Let's do it a couple more times. Inhale now. Turn the hands up. Square the fingers, window of life. Exhale, begin to press. Continuing the exhale as you float down and come into a T posture, palms towards the front. Begin the inhale slowly, just rotating, closing in, like almost like the petals of a flower. Closing and then exhale, press. Washing down the legs into those roots, spread it out and around, extending those roots even further outside and behind, and wrap it like a blanket back to the front. Again, inhale, rise. Drink from another and open up. Point the palms up and press. As you exhale, release. Palms forward. Inhale, receive. grounding this energy into your physical, sending it down, rooting it into the earth, spreading it out and washing it around. Let's go ahead and do one more, make it your best one yet. Holding that cup, lower dantian. Exhale out completely, allow the cup to fill. As you inhale, rise. Tip it up, take a drink. Open the window, see what else. Exhale, press. Palms up and out, and keeping those elbows slightly rounded as you slow the energy down, just rotating at the shoulders, palms forward. Inhale, bring it in. And exhale, press. And wash it out, around, and back. And come to a palm-to-palm connection. Be with the stillness for a few breaths. And breathe. Go ahead and close with our standard and yet so beautiful, simple and profound lotus form. Point the fingers down, the palms are still together, and you're down here at the base and lower chakra. Relax the feet, soften the knees, elbows out, and fingers towards the earth, about 45 degrees. Begin to connect the fingertips one by one. Take a look down if you need to see where they are. And then take your gaze forward again and begin to connect the hands, pulling the palms in and flipping the hands just up to the solar plexus. Begin to slowly inhale, rise. Pulling this energy all the way up into the upper chakras and come into right over the head, into the higher chakras. Elbows are out. It looks like a little bit like an Egyptian dance here for a minute. And begin to separate pinky, middle, pointer, thumb. The thumb is the last. Point those palms up, just like we did in the last form. And flow those hands, palms out, opening up. Imagining 1,000 petals opening towards the sky, from the crown of your head, shoulders and arms. Continuing the flow now, skipping the T posture, pulling the palms in and float those elbows out. Closing up those petals as if at the end, the day's cycle. Connecting the fingertips again, palms together, flip the hands up, and inhale, rise. Pinky, ring, middle, pointer, thumb. Exhale, release, slowly. Continuing the exhale as you float the hands down, a simple rotation of the shoulder. Coming 2/3, float the palms in towards one another and turn those elbows out. Continuing now on the breath, fingertips together, palms together, flip it up, and inhale, rise. Pausing on the breath as you pinky, middle, pointer, thumb, open. Expand and exhale, slow and controlled, focus. Float the palms in, elbows out. And one more time, hands to heart, and inhale up. Pinky, middle, pointer, thumb, palms up and out, elbows rounded. Another 1,000 petals as we chant Om Mani Padme Hum, which is Sanskrit for the jewel is in the lotus. Pulling the palms together, fingers together, and back to them. You are the jewel, and you are the lotus. So take a deep breath, drop the hands down, and begin to separate them and come back to that palm-to-palm connection. And float the hands back and forth, pressing in, rotating the wrist, one side to another. Inhale one side, exhale on the other. And as you do now, pressing that energy, imagine where the mind goes, the energy flows. So we get to play with our visualization skills. And imagine and see in our mind's eye, pressing this energy down into a tiny seed, pressing it into a mustard, apple, orange, could be a nut, whatever you choose. Say it's your chi, you choose. Pressing that energy down each side until you get it down to the size that you most desire for today's practice. It can change anytime. And when you have it, just hold it with one hand over the other, whichever feels right. Take a deep breath and take that top hand and place it under the bottom. Gently holding this beautiful seed of life which will grow and continue beyond this practice. Point the palms in towards the belly button. And as you exhale, press, presenting this energy and planting it in between the second and third chakras. Take a deep breath in and allow it to germinate. Take a inhale and begin to rotate the hands around in a tiny circle. And we'll do this 9 times, bigger each time. 3, 4, smoothing out now. 5, fertilizing the field. 6, 7, coming up into the upper chakras and down below the lower. 8, and big 1, big up high, and exhale, come down and stop at the bottom. And reverse, inhale, up, big to small. 8, 7, 6. Smaller still, coming in towards the belly button. 5, 4, reconnecting, around 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a deep breath and exhale out. Release the hands, shake off the feet, wiggle it out, smile, feels good, and we'll close with 3 closing breaths. So I'm going to be working on a video, an official video series too, guys, just to let you know. So I'll be doing some outdoor stuff, and we'll be having that as downloadable formats to your iPod or MP3 or 4 players now, or whatever they are. So just FYI, so please tell your friends. We'll be able to, we'll go into more detail with all of the actual bits of the details of each form. So you can practice a single form over and over again, or put them all together, take them with you, put them on your television, through your iPhone or iTunes or whatever, and use it. So just know that we're working on that. I appreciate your patience and being with us, with these live streams and watching them as archives here and on YouTube. So please tell your friends. And then, yeah, that's it. I'll stop there. Shake it off. 3 closing breaths. Inhale, palms up. Bring them in together to prayer hands, namaste hands, and exhale to bring them down to the heart. You may repeat after me. With this practice, I empower my mind. Release, shake it off, exhale out, inhale, rise. Exhale down. With this practice, I heal my body. And release it, shake it off, inhale, rise. Palms together one more time, exhale down. With this practice, I reconnect my heart and soul. It is a privilege and an honor to share this practice with 1, 2, 200, and with myself. So I appreciate the opportunity to share it with you, and I thank you all for joining in and sharing your energy and time with me and with us. We'll see you next time. We'll be here Wednesday, 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, and tell your friends. All right. Namaste. Have a great day. See you soon.